Tonight, the team are investigating the wonderful Tudor World here in Stratford-upon-Avon. We are also joined by Wessex Paranormal Investigations. Will they bring something new to the table here tonight for us? Will they help us get a ghost response? Join us as we investigate Tudor World.
I know what I saw. Oh, that sent a chill down my spine, so...
Really? Is that on an 8?
I just seen a shadow walk in front of me, just there.
That's landed on an 8. I asked how old earlier.
That is an 8.
That was what we were told.
Oh, I just felt that. Whoa!
I heard that. There's a bell.
That was a good one.
What bounced there?
In all fairness though, I do agree with you. What was that?
That was a whistle.
That which?
Raped and killed as many as 17 women.
Oh goodness, okay, so not a very nice...
Uh-oh.
Oh, agree with you. What was that? But, as we're down here now... What was that? No, seriously.
It's like a knock on the door.
It was a big knock. That
On the
was...
door.
Enough, women have told and jumped and said they've been touched in intimate parts.
Wow.
But where more than
Okay.
once they've actually felt touched down below.
Right.
You can harm women, but you can't harm men.
It's actually been...
And damp.
What is that?
What the hell was that?
It's like a drag. It's...
Since time began, people have debated, is afterlife real? Do souls or spirits walk our paths here on Earth? Or is it a trick of our minds? The team are joined by fellow investigators from around the country. It is our passion to answer the questions that must be answered.
Set in the centre of a quaint market town of Stratford-upon-Avon, famous for its association with William Shakespeare. However, the spirits do not always wait for nightfall. The most haunted building in Stratford is without doubt 40 Sheep Street. So why is the property so haunted? Is it the history? The ley lines? The many terrible events? The property has seen the plague, the Great Fire of Stratford, religious persecution and war. Witnessing several key events in England history, and not least, murder. It is said a serial killer lived and killed in this building.
Hiya, you John?
I'm John.
Hiya, I'm Kelly from Spiriteam.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come here tonight.
You're more than welcome.
So, as I've got you here right now, if you don't mind, do you mind me asking a few questions? Just
Any questions you like, I'll try and answer them as best I can.
lovely. Can I first ask, how long have you owned the property?
Almost 10 years.
Wow, okay. And yourself personally, have you had, as obviously you're aware we're here to do a paranormal investigation, have you had any experiences yourself in it?
Actually, I've had quite a few experiences over the years.
Quite a few.
Yes.
Okay. So hopefully, if you'd be kind enough, would you mind obviously showing us around and maybe indicate areas of interest and maybe tell us some of your stories as you show us around?
I can do that, certainly.
Excellent. Thank you so much, John. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So John has kindly agreed to show us around this wonderful building, and we're here now in what is known as the Tudor dining room. Dave has also joined us at this point because we're doing, as we're speaking to John and he's showing us around, Dave is also doing a baseline reading. Are we getting anything at the moment, Dave?
All right, at the moment. No.
Not at the moment.
It's reading normal.
Everything's reading normal. Excellent. So John, as I mentioned, we're here in this, it's beautiful, this Tudor dining room. Could you tell me, have you or anybody had any experiences here in this room?
Indeed I can, because in this area we've had a spirit picked up on by mediums,
Right.
members of the public and thermal image cameras.
Oh, okay.
Just in front of us there,
Oh wow,
the image of a young girl, probably
right.
about 7 or 8 years of age.
really interesting, yeah.
And the story is quite interesting as much as that there was a great fire in Stratford and she was badly burned.
Oh wow, okay.
And her wounds turned gangrenous and she was declared dead by a local doctor. And the family sold her to another doctor who was studying anatomy.
Right.
Whilst he was carrying out the post-mortem examination, he made a major incision and it turned out she was comatose, not dead.
Oh no, oh crikey, oh that's not very nice, is it?
Unfortunately, because as he had made the major incision, she went into shock
Right, yeah.
and died.
So it's quite a
and
tragic, that's quite a tragic way, isn't it?
It's a real tragedy because she was badly injured.
Yeah.
And of course, to have a death, to be believed to be dead, then that cut, and then die a death like that with shock
Right.
through that incision was quite.
Okay, so,
gruesome.
and this is, do you know, I mean, you may not know this, but is there any names that have been picked up or just something that we may be able to bear in mind for the investigation?
Right. The name that's always come up is Lucy.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
What we believe about her is that she was one of the street urchin,
Okay.
7 or 8 years old, but probably looked younger.
Right.
Blonde hair, we've been told. Undersized, definitely.
Right.
And of course, she was a pickpocket.
Oh, right.
She was known at her time. This was a tavern
Okay.
called
Yeah.
3 Tons, and she was known to frequent all the local pubs, ale
Right.
houses, and she would go in there, and of course she would actually steal from your pockets.
Wow.
You know,
Oh,
and
dear.
she's attracted.
Just to let you know that I just had a spike on this and it's spiking at the moment.
With mention of the young girl?
We've
Uh-huh.
mentioned the young
Wow.
It's
Interesting.
only just started spiking.
Okay, and you've just been stood stationary. That's quite interesting then, as we're not even started investigating yet.
Where would you say the girl
Where
was
would,
meant to be?
maybe we should just place that there, yeah, by the seat.
If you
around
put it
the
just about here,
Maybe just, yeah. That's,
if you place it just about there, that's where the thermal image has been taken, and a number of people have actually seen her.
okay. Well, on that note, to be honest, I mean, that's obviously a very interesting story, and it seems that she may be making her presence known already there, John, so...
I'm just going to give it a good sweep around a minute. Just to check. Anything?
Interesting.
Yes.
That's
Lucy,
interesting.
we went up to 17 then. Okay, interesting.
17.
Well, clearly this is going to be a point of interest for us here tonight, so thank you for all that information there, John. Maybe can you kindly show us on to maybe some different areas? Otherwise,
can indeed,
otherwise
yes.
it is wow. It's a
Okay.
good start. So thank you. Yeah. Okay, so John has now brought us into what is known as the ship room. So John, could you tell us a little bit about this area, please?
Indeed. This is one of the most active areas in the building.
Right.
We've had a number of spirits in here, and one of the most dominant is one called John Davis,
Oh,
who was a 17th century knife sharpener,
right.
and he's known to possibly killed as many as raped and killed as many as 17 women.
Oh goodness. Okay, so not a very nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
that's interesting.
So we can see.
That was interesting. Just as we
Recording,
stopped.
to be fair, but this is
Just as we
recording, so-
mentioned, I said not a very nice spirit there. As you've seen, that just went. Okay, interesting.
Okay, well, yes, as I said, he wasn't a nice hero. He's believed to have killed 17 women,
Right.
raped many more.
Okay.
He makes his presence felt. You can actually smell him. His breath is like stale tobacco and beer.
Right. Okay.
And mind you, saying that in that time, hygiene wasn't actually a
Of
very
course.
important thing. So, actually, most people you'd have met,
Yeah.
you would have probably backed off from with the smell.
Of course.
Now, he has. He's known to like blonde women.
Okay, so I may be safe then
You
tonight.
may be safe. In this area, I know for a fact on many occasions that we've had groups carrying out sort of vigils holding hands,
Right.
and everyone's holding hands.
Seance.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
seance.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, women have told and jumped and said they've been touched in intimate parts.
Wow.
But where more than
Okay.
once they've actually felt touched down below.
Right. Okay.
Could you just possibly say the name again for me? Of
Oh,
who
yeah.
it's
Did you just for that?
The name.
Yeah. One spirit that's been identified by a number of mediums in this area is John Davis. He's known to not like women. He will touch them. He will try and oppress them.
Right.
He also occasionally picks on men.
Okay.
If he feels a man
Maybe
is
threatening. Maybe.
threatening, yeah, but more of a bully.
Okay.
Because if he feels that a man is weak
Yes.
or maybe a little effeminate, he's been known to pick on them.
Right.
Keen
So
on
yeah,
myself on that.
please
So
lead on,
please
John.
follow
Thank you.
me this way.
Of course, thank you.
This area is known as a schoolroom,
Right. Yeah.
and I mentioned before there's a spirit called Lucy.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
she's been seen in this area on numerous occasions, and her presence is felt.
Wow. Okay. Because can I just also on that note then, the way we've just walked around, that's almost. Is that not? But we're above where you mentioned Lucy before.
Pretty
almost.
much directly
Seems.
above.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought so.
That was interesting. I haven't twitched at all since after, so that's very interesting to me.
Puts herself in a different way up here.
Right.
As I said, she was a thief and a
Yes.
pickpocket,
Yes.
street urchin,
Yeah.
and she would come up. She's attracted to females,
Okay.
especially women that work with children.
Oh right. Interesting with the teaching room and things. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
She's bigger. What she does, sometimes women feel that their rings are being played with.
Okay.
And another thing that people find is, it's a strange little thing, when you get a young child and they're trying to get your attention, they'll pull on your trousers
Yeah.
or the hem of your skirt.
Yeah.
It's tugging.
Okay.
A lot of people feel that.
They've had that.
And on
Okay.
occasions, women that have actually picked that up, that have not been on an investigation, have actually been either teachers
Oh, interesting.
or working closely with children.
Right.
Maybe in nurseries
Okay.
or sometimes in hospitals with children.
Right. That's really interesting. Okay. So this is another area of interest that you might consider, that would be a good place to investigate then.
Indeed, yes.
Indeed. Okay. Again, we'll leave you, Dave, just doing the baseline sweep, if that's okay. Any spikes at present? Nothing in here.
Not really, not anything unusual.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Excellent. So next area, if you will, unless of
will
course
do.
there's any more information in this
No,
area.
I think if we go off to the next area,
Yep.
nothing, a couple of things I can talk about there.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
This way. Yeah.
let's try that way.
Oh wow. You've stopped here. Is there relevance to this area?
Yes, I'm going to do a little bit of history about Stratford.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, so as we're in Stratford, we might have a little bit of the history of the town itself.
Mm-hmm.
In 1564,
Right.
the plague came to Stratford.
Yes.
It hit Stratford in a big way.
Right.
About a third of the population died.
Wow, okay.
The first person to contract the disease was a man called Thomas Grethyn.
Yeah, all pretty much standard readings at the moment. So.
He lived in the Mercer's house, which is now the Garrick Inn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. He was believed to have caught the disease from fleas on imported wool from Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you know, they transmitted the disease.
Yeah.
And just as a matter of interest, a few days later his wife died, and some 2,000 people in the area died.
Right.
Just a little bit of an anecdote there. The actual basement or kitchen area, what's known as the kitchen area now, was used as a makeshift mortuary.
Wow.
As I said before, probably something like, the population of Stratford was something like 3,000. That covers the town and the surrounding area.
Yeah.
A good 1,000 people in the area died of the plague.
Wow.
Laws were brought in basically to control the spread of disease.
Yeah.
And we had the plague doctors who wore a beak-like mask,
Yes,
a duck-like mask.
as is
over
displayed
there.
in here, yes.
They would wear the long cloak, trousers, boots, gloves, and inside that mask they would have herbs. This, they believed, would ward off the disease.
Yeah. It's quite a creepy looking mask, if I may say.
It is indeed.
It is quite.
It is indeed.
It
Now-
may be different with the lights out later.
Yes. Now, interestingly enough, they were not qualified doctors.
No.
They knew enough of the symptoms of the disease,
Yeah.
and they could go around to a house, and should one of the residents of the house be found to be infected,
Yeah.
the whole family were locked up and quarantined for 4 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
It was 4 weeks.
With, of course, the renowned.
The renowned Red Cross on the door.
Yeah.
And as I said before, they weren't qualified doctors.
No.
But because of that beak or bird-like mask, that is where the term quack, that an unqualified doctor comes from.
That's interesting. All right. Yeah. Of course. Makes perfect sense, to be honest, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. You would usually be dead within a week.
Yeah, it's quite.
Sometimes the infection would actually pass through into your lungs,
Oh right. Okay.
and you bring up a black bile. Then the disease was airborne. We did hear a noise.
We did hear a noise there. Again, similar to earlier, we were having spikes on the meter, so it seems this may be, on that note, a good time to talk about the paranormal experiences in this area whilst Dave is checking out that noise further.
Right, okay.
Maybe. That was
Absolutely.
maybe rudely interrupted perhaps there by maybe a spirit that...
But maybe, yes. We have, on occasion, had an image that's been picked up around about this area of a young man with a bleeding head hanging on a rope, his head bleeding,
Okay.
very badly bruised.
Yeah?
What it appears to happen, the mediums have told us, is that he was captured by the parliamentarians.
Right.
He was tortured and bound. He freed himself from his bounds,
Okay.
but could not escape. And because of the pain and suffering, he then decided that he would kill himself.
Wow. Okay.
We've
Quite a
actually-
tragic
Quite a
ending
tragic
as well.
story.
Yes,
All
definitely.
that the mediums have told us in the name is Lee.
Lee. Okay.
We don't have any, unfortunately we don't have any documentary evidence.
No, of course.
And one of
but
the reasons for this is a building like this had a lot of people passing through.
Of course, yes.
So although we have a good record of the tenants and residents, that would just be probably the leaseholders or the property owner at the
of
time.
course. Yeah.
But as is usual, you didn't have registers of people
No.
staying here, so there are a lot of
Of
undocumented
course.
people.
There would be, wouldn't there? Wow. Very interesting. Thank you. Excellent. So, as mentioned earlier, we're joined here tonight by Martin and Barbara of Wessex Paranormal Investigations. So, hi guys.
Hi.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Pleasure.
Really looking forward to having you on board and showing us a bit more of your techniques perhaps. So can you tell us a little bit about your team?
We've been together now as a team for 18 months thereabouts.
Okay.
We've gone through some tribulations, some trials.
Okay, yeah.
As most teams do, I believe, in their early days.
Yeah.
We're at a point now where we have a fairly settled team.
Good,
A team of about 14, I think, with
Wow,
3
so
on
quite
probation.
a large team then, really.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Do you normally work at full capacity, or is it that you split?
We allow for, maybe 2 or 3 people not to
Yeah.
be able to attend an investigation,
Okay.
due to family commitments, etc.
Of course, yeah, of course. So, are you the lead of this team, Martin? And what's your role? Are you?
I am the founding member, and yes, basically the leader.
Okay.
Barbara is my number 2,
Barbara, yeah.
and my PA, and basically my admin assistant and accountant. So,
Yeah, so busy lady then there, Barbara.
Busy, yes.
Very busy. Has you working hard, does
Yes.
I do.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all times of the day and night.
Oh, really? Oh, you hard slave driver there, mine.
Yeah, I do. I do put her under the cosh.
Okie dokies. Wow, what I'm really interested in, because obviously, you've kindly agreed to come and join us here tonight, which is
Yeah,
brilliant.
we have.
Now, as you can appreciate, teams use different ways, as you're aware, of investigation techniques. So could you explain to us a little bit about what maybe techniques you use, or any, how you like to investigate, is your preferences, and, just a bit about yourselves and your team, how you do things?
I think we're fairly open-minded, really. We like to use lots of different methods.
Yeah.
We like gadgets and equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and we like traditional methods as well.
Very interested. Now that's something that I'm very interested in with you guys joining us here tonight. Would you like to show us perhaps some of those traditional methods?
Yeah, we can
When you
do that,
mention-
Certainly
yes.
try. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any particular method you personally prefer that you find maybe gets more?
No, not really. We try different things depending on the circumstance.
yeah.
And maybe the location?
The location has a lot to
Okay.
play in it, I believe,
Yeah,
and the energy.
of course.
You
Of
know,
course.
you can use the glass, do some glass work.
Yeah.
If that's not working, then try something
Move
else.
something
Move on.
exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. So, just maybe a couple more quick questions. Have you got maybe a particular location that you would class as maybe your favourite investigation so far, or something?
There's too many, but
Yeah.
tonight I've got a real good feeling about it.
You've got a good feeling about here
I've already had
tonight.
an experience when you were up here earlier,
Oh wow,
so hopefully
That's a
we'll
good
tune in
sign.
on that tonight somewhere.
brilliant. So we're gonna start our investigation, and you're gonna show us some of your techniques.
Yes.
And you're going to join us
Yeah.
in some of. Is there any of you members here that might conduct a lone vigil? Do you think?
Yes.
Certainly not me.
Barbara's got a yes there, so we may get Barbara on
Without
her
a
own later.
doubt.
We'll see how this night goes. Not for you, Martin.
No, not for me.
Not for you.
No.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much
That's
for joining
okay.
us tonight, and I'm looking forward to it too, especially
Yes.
with what you've told me. So, on that note, let's get on and let's go and investigate.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. We're now in what is, I believe, the attic area here. And as you can see, we've got this beautiful large table. And Martin and Barbara are here, of course, with us. And I think our agreed choice of method here is just simply start by perhaps each individually calling out. We have got several devices on the table. We've got EMF detectors, EVP recorders, we have a Mel meter over there. So several devices. And with this, I would like to hand over to either yourself or Barbara to maybe show us how you would introduce an investigation and start, if that's okay with you.
That's fine. Normally
Wonderful.
on an investigation, I do ask Barbara to start the proceedings, and then just we move on from there.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd like to ask if there's any spirits here. Please come forward. Please make contact with us. We mean you no harm or no disrespect. We'd just like to know that you're here. We want to communicate with you. So if you could maybe come forward and touch one of us. Make this this lampshade swing and touch these and make them rattle. If you use our energy, you could do that quite easily.
I'm sensing something behind.
I keep looking behind
Behind
you.
that area.
Yeah.
And I believe when Barbara kicked off, we thought we heard something.
We heard a
'Cause
sound,
we both
we
looked
looked at each other, didn't
yeah.
we? Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Barbara's
No.
calling out at that point, but I did hear
It's a knock on a two. That's the
That-
third I've heard.
heard knocks on the table. Is
Replay
it, shall we remove
of the
our
knocks
hands from the
Dave
table for
heard.
now?
Knock 1.
If you use our energy,
Knock
you
2.
could do that quite easily.
No.
Calling out at that point,
And knock
but I did
3.
hear
It's a knock on a two. That's the
That-
third I've heard.
heard knocks on the table. Is it?
The
Shall we
third.
remove our hands
Yeah.
from the table for now?
And try and sit,
Sit as stationary as possible,
because the
obviously.
chairs are creaky.
They are a little bit, so maybe just hands on our knees or something.
Hands above the
So-
table, maybe.
Pardon? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just.
So calling any spirits that may be here in this room with us, we just wish to simply communicate with you. We mean you no harm, no disrespect. If you could, what was that? That sounded like it was behind. Oh, it might have been. Okay, that's fine. We mean you no harm, no disrespect. We would simply like to communicate with you in whatever way you wish.
I only touched one of those.
You did.
You did only touch
You
one of
did.
those, and there's several moving. There is actually.
Yeah, those beats are moving, aren't they?
They are.
That's
They're
pretty much
all
all of them.
moving.
They're all moving. There ain't no draft in here either, is there?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, if that is someone here in spirit that's making those move, could you give us another indication of your presence, please, to confirm that was you? Could you give us a nice loud knock, please? I believe that may be the...
They're just starting to move again.
They're moving
They're
more.
moving more. Could you give us a nice loud bang or a knock? Please don't be shy. We mean you no harm.
I'm feeling whatever is around there. I can see.
Mm.
Can you make the lights go brighter again, please? Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
That's the second time that's happened to us now in 2 weeks.
That was brilliant timing. Thank you.
Can you make the lights go brighter again, please? Can you make the lights go brighter again, please? Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
That's the second time that's happened to us now in 2 weeks.
That was brilliant timing. Thank you.
I thought I heard a tinkle.
Mm.
Did you hear that?
What from that bell? There is, just to document on camera, behind us, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but there's like what he called, is it the triangle? What did he call it?
It was like a pyramid.
Pyramid, that's correct, yeah. And at the top of that pyramid there is like a small bell. So I tell you what, that might be a good indicator.
Can I
then.
just go and take a look?
Yeah. Is the bell functionable?
There's a bell. It's not moving,
No.
but I thought I heard a slight tinkle.
Okay.
But the bell
As we
seems to
were
be-
in the attic space,
maybe a
the
little
camera
too
crew
big.
could not
Something
pull
like that,
focus.
that's-
It wasn't until Martin left the table the cameras focused in.
Is the
As you
bell
can see,
functionable?
when Martin came back to the table,
But
the
I
camera
thought I heard a slight
was out of
tinkle.
focus
Okay.
But the
again.
bell seems to be,
Did
maybe a
Martin
little
have
too
an
big.
energy field
Something
around
like
him?
that small.
Yeah.
The crew could not explain this.
There's that small bell in what is known as the pyramid area. Could you maybe try to ring the bell for us, please?
Was that your stomach?
That was my stomach.
That's right.
Whoa.
Whoa, they've dimmed.
Well, that was an instant.
Was that your stomach?
That was my stomach.
That's right.
Whoa.
Whoa, they've dimmed.
Well, that was an instant. Like,
Well, and if there is anybody around us, you can use our energy to try and
It just got brighter.
yeah, again.
to
Thank you very much.
communicate with us. Except we've got so many devices, but if you could touch one of us, or even make that chandelier just move, just a clear move at the bottom, anything, just. If you need more energy, just use me. Drain me if needs be.
Is there other methods that you would normally use when it seems to be quieter again, that you said you'd use another method perhaps? Is there anything you'd like to suggest, being...
To be honest with you, what we would do now is we would give this room a rest.
Mm-hmm.
We'd move on somewhere else and then come back and try later.
Yeah.
That's what we would normally do.
Yeah, we go, okay, yes, we'll move off somewhere else.
That's fine. So on that note, what we'll do, we'll say thank you. Thank you very much to any spirit that has tried perhaps to communicate with us. We're truly grateful for that. But we will leave you in peace for now and move to another area. But we wish to invite you to join us if you decide you wish to communicate. Is that you, Dave, there?
Me, yeah.
We wish to invite you to join us as we move into a different area of the building, if you wish to try and communicate with us there. Okay, so thank you again. Okay, so as you may have seen earlier, the gentleman that owns this place, John, brought us in here, and it's known as the ship area. Now, John did indicate that this is a possible active area. You right?
I heard movement in there.
Already?
Yeah.
Right.
I said before we started rolling that I was sensing there was something over there behind you two guys.
Yeah.
And earlier this evening when we done our walk around,
Yes.
that's where, as I was walking up those steps there, that's where I had the sensation down my spine there was something actually behind me.
Right.
What I sensed in there, what I felt, is linked to what happened to me at the top of the stairs.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm quite happy to say that I think it's the same spirit because it followed me.
Okay. Because regardless of what we may hear or know of what is allegedly said about you, we don't know that to be sure, so we would love to make communication in some way with any spirits that may be here with us. Maybe you can give us your story directly. It may not be true what we've heard. So if there's anyone here with us in spirit, I'm calling out to you, please. Come and communicate with us. Come and give us a nice indication of your presence, please, in whatever way you find easier, whether it be by way of knocking, an audible noise, a visual light source. Did you hear a knock then?
I heard.
That sounded
I
like
heard
a
that. I heard
footstep.
that. I heard like footsteps.
Yeah.
Footsteps.
Right, everyone stay. Whoa.
There it is. What is that noise?
What is that? I
I
keep
heard
hearing
that.
it.
I heard that
It's
as
like
well.
a dragon. It is like a
It's like
dragon.
a dragon.
It is. Spirit, if that is you, please come closer and give us a nice, loud, audible sign here with us in here. Whoa,
I heard that. Clear as a bell.
that was a good one. And give us a nice, loud, audible sign here with us in here. Whoa,
I heard that. Clear as a bell.
that was a good one. That wasn't in here though.
No, it wasn't.
Come closer, please, Spirit. We only wish to communicate. Tell us why you're here. Tell us your feelings. Are you angry? What was that?
Take a look.
Was that down?
Yeah.
Hello? Anybody here? Any spirit? Was making a dragging?
I thought I heard a whistle then.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Dave?
I heard something.
I thought I heard a whistle, and I know it's not you because you can't whistle.
No, I can't.
I actually did. I thought.
There's nobody down there.
Well, nobody, obviously, physical, no.
No.
Can we say that some of the little, what we believe to be little knocks, could it not be the wood cooling down?
It could be. Oh, that was the clapperboard.
It sounded more like drags. What I heard.
What, downstairs?
In all fairness, though, I do agree with you. What was that?
That was a whistle. Oh, yeah, that was down there.
I do agree with you. What was that?
That was a whistle. Oh, yeah, that was down there. That was down there again.
Sam,
that was a whistle.
Can you get Barbara and Martin?
Yeah.
On a 2-shot.
That was, yeah.
Whoa.
What?
What's going on?
I just went so out of focus for no reason.
Down there again.
Sam,
that was a whistle.
Can you get Barbara and Martin?
Yeah.
On a 2-shot.
That was...
Down there again.
Sam,
that was a whistle.
Can you get Barbara and Martin?
Yeah.
On a 2-shot.
That was...
Oh, yeah, that was down there. That was down there again.
Sam,
that was a whistle.
Can you get Barbara and Martin?
Yeah.
On a 2-shot.
That was... yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that was down there. That was down there again.
Sam,
that was a whistle.
Can you get Barbara and Martin?
Yeah.
On a 2-shot.
That was... yeah.
Whoa.
What is that movement behind me?
There it was again.
Whoa!
That was a heavy drag.
That was a
Something
good one.
downstairs. It sounds like a door opening, like against carpet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's just deeper than that, isn't it?
I think we should go downstairs.
It's more rugged.
We will come back to this area because I was just about to divulge some information, but I do think we need to try and locate where this is coming from.
We need to get
Do you all
downstairs.
agree?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We really do need to get
Because
downstairs.
part of it, isn't it? Because that seems to be. So down here. Holy crap.
That is.
Which?
Oh, that's they're putting bins out.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That don't account for the whistling that we heard upstairs.
No.
Because that certainly wasn't that. The dragging noise now we've debunked, but
We've just
how did we
debunked the
debunk the
drag-
whistling?
Yeah. So, as you just said, we've just debunked the dragon noise. We've came down, and it does seem that, well, it sounds like maybe a bin or something being moved
Sounds
out
like,
external.
Yeah.
Pub like doing their, like taking out their bottles from the night.
They're empties,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. But as we're down here now, what was that? No, seriously.
It's like a knock on the door.
There was a big knock.
That
On the
was.
door.
I thought that was above us, if I'm honest.
Unless it was Fraser.
No,
No.
it sounded like a knock on the door.
No, it was down here. It wasn't up there.
Is that you that just made a knock? If so, can you do it again?
There's a mirror here. That would be interesting, Barbara. Okay, so just to document, we're hearing this noise. Okay, that we've just heard again now. We have just managed to debunk that it is external noises, possibly a local pub taking bins out and stuff. So back to what I was just going to. We still haven't accounted for that whistle type noise.
Exactly.
There was like a dragging sound from over that way as
There
well.
was as well. But I was just about to divulge a little bit of information because Martin and Barbara are not yet aware of what we was told in here earlier. So what we have been told, is that there was allegedly a gentleman that has been picked up in this area. Okay. Now, we've also been told that he was not of very kind nature. He has
And he's known
murdered.
to possibly killed as many as, raped and killed as many as 17 women.
Oh goodness, okay, so not a very nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
17 women, and has raped many more. And on the mention of the name earlier, which I can't recall right now, we did have some.
I think it's something like Thomas.
I think it was
Remember the last name was Davies.
John Davies.
John Davies.
John Davies.
We've had a number of spirits in here, and one of the most dominant is one called John Davis.
Of what may have been picked up in this area. So, if that is the case, if that, if you are that spirit, could you give us a really loud? We have got the the noise that we've managed to debunk. So we need something really clear and solid in this room, please. Nice loud bang, or
Knock on the door.
shove that door open.
John, you're listening to me. I can sense it.
Give us a sign by whereabouts you are, maybe.
Touch one of the girls.
That has been said. That was what he was telling us earlier as well, that females when they've been in groups in this area, allegedly has felt that they have been touched in intimate areas.
Interestingly enough, women are told and jumped and said they've been touched in intimate parts.
Wow.
But where more than
Okay.
once they've actually felt touched down below.
Right.
You can harm women, but you can't harm men. Is this true, or am I wrong? Let us know. Let us know you're here.
Do you think that maybe it's a good idea for the two women to maybe stay here for a little bit on their own?
I would stay
Yeah.
here on my own.
On
By
your
all
own?
means.
Yeah, I would, because
Maybe.
I think that there's something here.
I was
I think,
going to suggest that.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Okay.
waiting for the men to go,
Yeah.
so then
No readings whatsoever as a baseline at the moment. What we've decided is, it is said that there is a not such a pleasant spirit perhaps that may reside in this area that takes a like to the ladies, so to speak, and has done some not so nice things to the ladies, and allegedly may have even killed 17 women. So again, calling any spirits that may be here in Tudor World. We're in this beautiful building, and I imagine there's so much history here to be told. Spirit, please, anyone, male, female, women, children, whoever may be here with us, we would love a lovely, loud, clear sign that you're here. And you can come and use these devices to indicate your presence. Could you bang on the door, please? Oh,
You heard that?
yeah, I heard that.
Thank you.
Please come closer. Let us hear your footsteps. Really? Did you hear that? Thank you, if that was you. Could you please do that again? But again, come on please, Spirit. If that is communication, brilliant. But we need it here closer. Please. Whoever, male, female, child, whoever you may be. So we are now in, I believe it, the area was named as like the schooling or teaching area, but as you can see we've got also some witch trial bits and bobs behind us, information. Now, we've never done this as a team, personally, Dave and I. As you can see, we're joined with Barbara and Martin from Wessex Paranormal Investigations, and they're going to show us a Ouija board. So we've never used these before, as I said, like as a team, so if you could kindly show us how you do it and tell us what we got to do.
Okay, well, there's a lot of different opinions when it comes to Ouija boards. But I think if they're used correctly and with respect, there's nothing wrong with them. I'd just like to say that I want to open this board and this session with love and light, that we only want to deal with spirits that are from the light. And let's have a go and see what happens. It's as simple as that.
Right. So all of it's just very lightly, is it? Does it
Just lightly,
matter
yeah.
on the area that we place our fingers or anything?
No, as long as we're sort of
equally balanced, yeah?
Because
Well, what's going on there? We have also got other devices around us. Is that an indication of temperature again? Is it worth?
It's not really moving.
Okay, maybe we'll
Oh,
try.
hang on. Yeah, no, it's staying between 18.5 and 18.8. It's just got to 18.9 actually. 19.
So it is fluctuating.
It's
okay.
fluctuating, yeah.
Okay, so we have got also, as you can see, we've got the millimeter and we've got the EMF detectors as well. So
I'd just like to ask if there's any spirits here, please come forward. Please use our combined energy and move this planchette. Would you like to give me the first letter of your first name? Think you could do that? Give me the letter of your name.
Is there any spirit here that wishes to make contact with us? We mean you no disrespect. We'd just like to know a little bit about you. Using our energy, can you move the planchette to the first letter of your name?
spirits, if there's anybody here in this building that would like to communicate with us, we're just simply here to try and talk to you. Now, I have been told that there may be a young female here by the name of Lucy. Now, Lucy, if that is your name and you can hear my voice,
Carry on.
can you please come forward, Lucy, and come and talk to us? Do you like our doll? Could you come forward, Lucy? Really? Is that on an 8? That's landed on an 8. I asked how old earlier.
That is an 8.
That was what we were told. Wasn't we? We was told she was about the age of 8. Okay, that's great.
The name that's always come up is Lucy.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
What we believe about her is that she was one of the street urchin.
Okay.
7 or 8 years old, but probably looked younger.
Right.
Blonde hair, we've been told.
Could you try really hard?
This is yes, Lucy, and no is over here, because she might not be able to spell.
Right. True. If the sun. Yeah. Could you take it to the sun, please, Lucy? Could you see the picture of the sun? This will be like a little lesson. We're in the teaching room. It's interesting that it went to the number 8.
Yeah.
On.
And with a bit of energy as well.
It did seem.
And now it seems to be back to the way it was prior.
Lucy, can you please come back here to the board? Could you come back to the board, please, Lucy, and try and use it to talk to me? Can you show me? What was that? That's not breathing.
Are you whispering?
No, it was like a...
No,
I heard that as well.
Did you?
I
You
do,
heard
that's
it?
why I just checked. I just wanted to check.
Did you guys hear it?
I know what
We heard it. I heard it.
We heard it all here. If that was you, Lucy, thank you. Could you try using the board? Or any other devices, if you wish, you can use some of the other devices.
Yeah.
I was shivering cold
Yeah,
a minute ago. Cold. You've gone shivery cold, have you? Lucy, would you like to talk to us?
Draft on my head.
Yeah.
Oh, I just felt that. Can you even feel that?
I can't
Can
say
you even feel that?
No.
I felt that come straight on the top of my hand. Like,
Really?
you must have felt
I
that.
didn't.
I didn't feel it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucy, did you just touch Barbara and Dave?
It's there now.
Really?
If there is any spirits here with me now, on the table I have loads of devices that you can communicate with me through. You have the mail meter. What I would like you to do, hopefully, is I want you to come close to this device and make that light up. See, the closer you come, the more you touch it, the more it lights up. And I have a normal EVP player here, which you can talk into as well. So, if there is any spirits here with me, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Dave. I come here with the greatest amount of respect, and all I want to do is basically try and communicate with you. So, could you please tell me your name? Could you possibly knock on something here to acknowledge that you are here with me? Knock. There was a knock. Knock. There was a knock. Okay, maybe you want to try knocking. So. Okay. Okay. That took me by surprise a little bit. Do you want... Can you reply to this? Can you copy this? That's my stomach. I know I heard a knock of some sort then. I don't know if that was somebody coughing outside. Why would anybody be coughing outside? I'm trying to think of it logically. I'm not scared. I don't feel... I know there's a presence here. I will clarify that, but I'm not scared. Doesn't feel negative. Feels positive. Just curious about me, maybe. Could you tell me what year you were here? Did you live here? I'm getting a real strange feeling right now. I feel that you're around me. Can you confirm that to me by knocking on the table? Cough outside. I'm sorry if I'm quiet, but I'm feeling something. Okay. I'll explain what I just felt. I felt like somebody walked up beside me and basically kind of went like that. Basically, that is what it. Maybe the EVP player picked that up, but I'm feeling something. Maybe you caught whatever. I can't see much. The only thing I can see is the light that's in front of me. So I am completely blind, and to be fair though, I can't see the silhouette of that mannequin down there. So if that was you that I believe that maybe walked up on me, I need you to confirm that better for me. So I need a sign. They're not from around me, so come on, if there is anybody here, if that was you that maybe made the knock, can you do it again for me, please? What? They're not from around me, so come on, if there is anybody here, if that was you that maybe made the knock, can you do it again for me, please? What? Either manifest yourself, or let me hear your voice with my own ears. Can you do that for me? I just seen a shadow walk in front of me, just there. I know what I saw. Oh, that sent a chill down my spine. So I don't know if this camera's picking it up. I'm hoping the camera down there. I saw a shadow about this tall walk. There's a white ceiling, white wall across just there. I don't know if that's picked it up. I'm kind of hoping it did. I just seen a shadow walk in front of me, just there. I know what I saw. I just seen a shadow walk in front of me, just there. I know what I saw. I'm surprised that I'm actually this level-headed, but like I said, it doesn't feel negative in here. It feels quite positive, inquisitive. That's how I'm kind of feeling at the moment. I don't feel uncomfortable. I actually feel, this is probably one of the first lone investigations I've done, and I actually feel quite comfortable, and I actually feel happy, and I'm just, I keep seeing flashes. I don't know if that's my eyes. Please communicate with me. Please. Just try your hardest. Touch me. Touch my hand. Hit my jacket. Hit my jacket like this. Manifest yourself. It's me. It's me moving on the floorboards. Come on. I want to say thank you, and hopefully maybe we will return and we can have another chat maybe. Thank you again. Power off. I'm all done. I'm all done.